Any24 really stands out as a channel for me because it's the only English channel, of course. And all their documentaries are multilingual, so there's a little bit of something for everybody.
Hello viewers, welcome to another episode of Talk to Us. As you all know, Talk to Us is a program where we interview eminent personalities of Barak Valley. Today we have with us Maithili Shome, a young, dynamic, bubbly and multilingual singer, composer and an inborn musician. She was born in India, educated in South Africa, and presently she is in Mumbai. Today, I would request her at the very outset to introduce yourself to our viewers.
Thank you so much for such a warm welcome. I'm so happy to be on this edition, on this talk show, Talk to Us of Any24. I'm originally from Assam, and it feels good to be home and to be speaking about my journey that I've had, in South Africa, and now coming back to Bombay and settling here. Any24 really stands out as a channel for me because it's the only English channel, of course. And all their documentaries are multilingual, so there's a little bit of something for everybody. There's quite a wide reach, it's a global reach, and so I'm really fortunate to be here today on Any24 and Talk to Us. Especially, I think also it's beautiful that you've come. You've curated this show. The first guest, if I'm not wrong, was our very own Devajit Sahab. And to be, following that, to be on the show feels really, really good. So, yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming into our studio. So, Maithili, how did you first feel that you would jump into this world of music?
So my journey, if I talk about the beginning of it, was quite accidental actually. So my first, there was this, how we have, societies mein reh ke we have this program, that
local
cultural program. Correct. So they wanted all the kids to perform. At the time I was like 3.5 years old. That was in Pune.
Okay.
Yes. So I was 3.5 years old, and all the kids were asked, what would you like to, present to the audience? And also everybody said, kavita, kisi ne bola poetry, somebody said a song, somebody said a dance. So my parents asked me, and I said to them, Ma, I want to sing Yashomati Maiya se. So she said, but I haven't taught you that song. How will you sing this song? And it's like just impromptu, all the kids go up. So when she heard that, she was surprised. She said, okay, fine, you go. There was a live band, and suddenly I started singing. So how I remember the lyrics, I don't know. I think it was, sitting through my mother's music classes that she used to take, as she's my first guru. She also teaches Hindustani classical music. So it was like, I got on stage and I sang through the entire song, through the interludes. I exactly knew the cues that the musicians were giving me. It was completely unprepared. And my parents were caught by surprise. They were like, no, there must be something in her which we need to nurture this. So I think that was like the beginning point. And then everything else, the rest is history.
So at this point, I think we can hear 2 lines from you.
Sure, yeah. Yashomati Maiya se bole Nand Lala, Radha kyun gori, main kyun kala.
Oh, that's so nice. Carrying forward the program, Maithili, who and how were you inspired into this world of music?
Actually, at present, though, being an artist, I listen to all artists. But if I just go back a bit in how I started, I think my biggest inspiration definitely musically would be my mother, as she's my first guru. And my father, he's the driving force, and he's the pillar behind whatever I do today and wherever I am. So I think he's my greatest source of inspiration. I would like to go on to say as well is that my family is a family of music lovers. So the kind of unconditional support that I have received from them has been incredible. So as an artist, I'm really grateful because I meet a lot of other artists, that struggle and they're struggling on their own. But at least I have my family as a unit.
Again, at this moment, I would like her to give us, the viewers, 2 lines of another song.
from a very young age, I've been listening to Lata ji. You know, she's like Sakshat Ma Saraswati. So I'll do 2 lines of one of her songs, very famous songs, anthem. हमको मिली है आज घड़ियाँ नसीब से, जी भर के देख लीजिए हमको करीब से, फिर आपके नसीब में ये बात हो ना हो, शायद फिर इस जन्म में मुलाकात हो ना हो, लग जा गले हे,
Such a lovely song, such a lovely song. Today, as you all know, we have Maithili Shome, Indian Idol singer, who has been in South Africa, who has lived in South Africa for the last 17 years and shifted to Bollywood after that. Now, Maithili, we heard that you did your education in South Africa. Could you tell us something about that place?
Sure, South Africa holds a very special place in my heart, as I've spent, like you said, all my education years there. So right from primary school going into, you know, secondary, tertiary education. At school, I was, you know, culturally quite involved in, you know, the a cappella group. I was one of the founding members of the a cappella group. I headed the choir at school.
Okay.
I went to an only girls.
That group was a choir group.
Yes, choir group in school. And then I had gotten together some, you know, like-minded other friends of mine, and from all years, you know, in senior school, and we created an a cappella group. I then also headed the choir till my 12th, you know. So I was very culturally and academically involved during my school years. Moving forward, I then went to study a bachelor's in music. And there's an interesting story here. I had sat down with my father, and I was very, like you say in Hindi, padhaku. So I was like, Dad, maybe I should just pursue something. Like, you know, any family would encourage a stable sort of, you know, go for a stable career choice where, you know, you will be secure, etc. But I got into engineering, and I also got into music at the time when I wrote my final exams and entrance and everything. And my father said, why are you even thinking? Just follow your heart, you know, just go with music. You know, he growing up did not get the choice, of course, you know, there were only a few choices: teacher, engineer, doctor, lawyer. So he said, now that you can follow your heart and I'm there to support you, don't keep a plan B at all, just go with music and follow your passion. So that's exactly what I did. Did my bachelor's of music, and I double majored in composition and performance. So there in South Africa, what was interesting is what you would pick up is the culture. It's very rich, you know, the rhythms, the music, each and every person, they are not professional artists, but everybody has rhythm in their blood. And sur tal jisko hum bolte hain, they all have that in their blood. So it was a very interesting experience. I picked up a lot of languages there as well, and yeah, it was great.
As I know, Zulu is a local language in South Africa.
Yes.
So you staying there for 17 years, you might have picked up that language.
Absolutely, yeah.
Could you get 2 lines to sing for the viewers?
Sure. Tulasi iswe ngabokala ujehova wako uzongqobela. Hey Tulasi iswe ngabokala ujehova wako uzongqobela pa 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 pa.
Oh, that was so interesting.